Hello, everyone. Um, we're talking a bit low now to the beginning. I hope you can hear us anyway.
Yeah.
And I hope it's focused. I have some camera problems. I will test it out on Seb later on.
Okay.
But welcome to the Swedish Nationals in Premodern. And we're talking a bit low because the announcements are going on. And as usual, chat, if there's technical issues, just write it. We will see it. We will fix it.
Yep.
And by the way, this is Seb.
Yes, this is Gordon.
Hello, Seb.
Hello, Gordon.
Hello, Seb.
Hello, I am Zeb.
And right now, Martin Berlin, the creator of Premodern, is doing his announcement to get the tournament rolling. And I don't know if there's much more to say.
Yeah, we're 46 registered players.
45.
44.
Or
No.
Joel played?
Joel showed up.
Joel showed up.
He's the
That-
last
then
one to
let's,
show up.
Now let's change up there to 46 players.
Yeah. So it's the largest pre-modern tournament to date.
And that's pretty cool, actually.
And we have,
How many were we last year?
I don't remember, around
25?
Yeah,
Something like that?
maybe maximum 30. We have, Berlin just told us that we have 13 people from Finland here.
And that's super cool.
So there will be some quests. If you beat a Finn or if you beat a Swede, you get a drink in the bar later on. I've heard of.
That's actually super cool.
Yeah.
Like beat 3 Finns,
Yep.
get a free drink. And the Finns have the same.
Yeah.
Beat 3 Swedes, get a free drink.
So we're fighting, or people are fighting. I can't say.
No, because
On
you're
this
not.
commentary, yeah.
You're fighting me instead.
Okay, yeah. I'll try to do that. To keep the cup here in Sweden, I guess. Or if they will bring them with them back home.
Okay, so if you don't have any questions, I wish you good luck and welcome.
And Berlin is
Over to
right now making his last statement.
Hi everyone, I'm Jacob.
And that is our judge for today.
Should we?
Lessons in humility and cup enchantment. Just raise your hands and call judge. I will come over and try to explain the rules in correction.
Yeah, we don't know the feature match yet, but when the judge have pairings, we will go and look.
6 rounds of Swiss, 50 minutes, followed by a top 8. We have a small problem with logistics because we have a steel table for the feature match.
So we actually.
Table numbers up.
We will get here, and then we have deck lists for the first time ever. So later on, we will be able to show you decks, and that's actually quite cool. Let's see where we have.
There is a web address for that. So please, if you can note that address already now, or even go in your browser.
So we will be able to do this
So I will spell it out.
and have a look at all the decks for each match. Where here we can see Seb Celia is playing Doomsday.
Clearly.
Clearly.
I've been watching a lot of the new Neil Gaiman show, Good Omens, so I think
Oh, is it
Doomsday is a
good?
good. Yeah, I love it.
I'm
Terry Pratchett is dear to my heart. So,
oh yeah.
and it was
Oh,
his last wish to make it a TV series, I guess. So
Nice.
it took 4 years for Neil Gaiman to write it and whatever. But here's Doomsday.
Yeah, but here it's Doomsday. It's not really our deck, but it's the temporary deck I have to show now, just because
I wonder if we will see any Doomsday today. I'm guessing not. though.
I'm guessing not.
Oh.
I haven't been able to check all the decks yet,
No, I've had a look.
but and I don't want to talk about someone's deck right now when the room is completely quiet for announcements. So that's why we have the Doomsday deck here.
/event.
Okay. I can say I think we have a pretty good blend of decks coming up.
Yeah.
So now you should
And
see in your browser
it's not tipped in any
asking for 6
direction really.
code. And that's the code
and we'll have a C if jag mot... Okay.
And let's remember.
We're checking the who's playing right now. No, yeah. They haven't made the pairings yet.
I don't have a pen. 84. Yep, that's. So we actually have pairings here. So should we check for a cool deck to put on stream?
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Yeah, but before that, just some more information. We're not sanctioning this event.
This was hard to see.
That means we're going to share
Let's do it like this.
We're not going to hand out any warnings unless we
I think we could.
But we are going to use the fixes from competitive for hidden card error, triggers.
I think
There's a lot of...
this is a quite cool deck.
Okay, yeah.
It's a Finn. It's one of the.
So maybe it'll be a clash.
Yeah, let's see if it's a clash. Let's see. Yeah, against Jonas Statin.
Oh, that's
Do you know what Jonas is playing?
He's playing
Tinker?
Tinker. Yeah, Tinker.
Okay,
So
that's
like
a
mud.
cool. Let's put that.
And Tinker, it's a newish brew from Martin Malin that we actually have quite a few of those decks here today. What do you tinker into when you play Premodern? I guess you could go for, if it's mud, as we were talking about here, it's basically mainly blue deck.
Ja, det har jag. Ska bara skriva. Ja, bord. Oj. Vilket stod de på? Jag tar table 23 direkt. För att göra det enkelt. För de har ju inget bord.
For the first round, the feature match is table 23.
So here we have one of the decks that will now fight it off in the feature match. This is the Finns Alexei Venninen's opposition Picula deck or something like that.
He uses survival as an engine.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So he only plays one during Hermit. Otherwise you need to play like 4 because you want the Hermit for the opposition. But it's a 5 mana play. So instead he can play all the mana dorks and also the root wallas to get free creatures into play to use with opposition.
Yeah, and he uses Squee as an engine, I guess.
Yeah, there's one Squee. So the first thing you get is a Squee, and that's about it. Oh, it's not Doomsday there. Let's do. 23.
23.
Inte du. So there we have Squee. Old school after Premodern. There are a couple of old school players here, but I don't think that many, and I don't know how many decks, so probably not. I will maybe play some games, but then it won't be on stream. And let's see, the other deck as well.
Yeah, the other deck is a Tinker deck, as we said. It's mainly blue, and the wing cons are usually Masticore or pesky little golem that can animate your artifacts.
The pesky little golem. Oh, you mean Karn?
Yeah. It's a golem in Premodern, I guess.
Oh, yeah, it is.
We actually have a Masticore in Alexis deck as well.
That's cool.
So maybe we'll see some of that action.
Just trying out this deck showing thing just to try it for the first time. So here we have the Tinker deck that Jonas Statin will be playing, and they are getting ready to play right now. They're shuffling up, so let's have the deck up there. So the main plan here is, of course, to lock out the opponent. And now there's something.
Someone has lost their car. Or card.
My card.
Your car or card?
Hopefully card. Or maybe not, actually, in this day and age.
But the Tinker deck constrains the opponent's mana with Winter Orbs, and I think he plays a Helix for tapping down, and a bunch of, or at least one Icy Manipulator, usually. And we have the sphere effects also that dampens the opponent's mood and makes everything cost a bit more.
We will go to the match closely, but soon. But I have some problems. Let's go to the match, because it has started.
Yep.
So here we have the wrong players and things like that. Oh, there's so much to fix here.
Yeah, Jonas is playing the Tinker deck. He's played some Mana Stones and thrown Dynamos, and he's ramping up pretty good. We have a Bop or a Birds of Paradise from Alexi. So he's doing what he can do to be the more of the aggressor in the Mana race, but I guess
both are prison decks.
Yeah,
but I would say
right now
Jonas
Jonas is favored in the prison. Okay, so we have a survival. I see a root wall also in Alexis' hand, so that's probably what he goes for during Jonas' turn. I think he has one answer in his main deck, in his toolbox of creatures to find.
Apparently I wrote too quickly here. There we have the... I'm going to need to write a lot of Finnish names today.
Yeah.
I'm not really looking forward to that. But that may be only me. So, we have Jonas sitting on a lot of mana.
Yeah.
Now we can see if he can do something good with it, though.
So 5 mana.
Oh,
There's
and
the
that
Helix,
is
yeah.
the play from the Tinker Prison deck. Mishra's Helix.
Yeah. And he plays the baubles mainly
And-
for the Tinker sacrifice target, but you can use them to draw an extra card if you need that.
Yeah, because like Mishra's Helix is Richard Import on steroids.
Yeah.
So Alexei won't have any lands untapped during his round except the ones he played. Here's the good thing though, he has mana dorks.
Yeah. So
So hopefully
he's
that can be-
he's got a birds now, and he's able to deploy
Yeah.
land next turn. So he's hopefully up to 2 mana at least.
And he threw away a Root Walla to get another Root Walla.
The other engine of the
We
survival
also have
package.
here in chat how many players, 46 players. We're showing those stats when we're in the studio. Just realized we don't have them here. Oh, there's some glare there, but that's a Root Walla.
Yep.
And we can also show the strange card that
Jonas
is having, and that's a Mishra's Bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And primarily it's to sacrifice for Tinker, or
Yep.
if you don't need it, it just cantrips.
slow
trips.
trip. Yeah.
Take a slow trip.
So now, actually, I think they're more evened out. If you look at what's going on,
Yeah.
Jonas need answers for the root balls or the really small clock that Alexei has at the moment.
Okay, apparently it's not Mishra's Bubble. It's Ursa's.
Yeah.
And of course it is, but I showed the right card but said Mishra's. Ja. Psh, shit happens.
I know that Jonas is pimping up his deck also. He's trying
Yeah,
to
'cause
make
he's decided this is the...
deck he likes to play now. So he's playing a lot of Japanese cards, and that card is only Japanese in white border. It might hurt some people to see the white border there, but so Alex is counting up as you go along. It's hard for Jonas to get ahead right now in the life race, I guess. He would preferably like to draw a tinker or something, but he uses the bauble to draw extra card in his turn. He gets to check out a land in Alex's hand. It could be useful information, as he has the Helix that taps down mana. Maybe you
I
can
need to be the cameraman
skip
as well.
that a turn. Right now, Alexi only can play like small creatures. I think what he would like to get in play is an opposition, I guess, to seal the deal.
Because opposition is going to do the same as the Helix.
Yeah, but on
before.
steroids,
Yes.
because he gets to tap down.
So Mishra's Helix is Rishon Poor on steroids. Opposition is Helix on steroids.
Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of steroids.
A lot of steroids here in the room today.
Yeah.
And as we can see, there's a bit of thinking here from the Tinker Prison deck. Jonas doesn't really know what to play.
I think
can't see his
he's
hand.
thinking about not tapping down.
Yeah, because
lands
he
anymore.
needs one card, and I think he has it.
Yeah.
And that's the Master Core.
And he hasn't played.
Okay,
any-
no, that's another Dynamo.
Okay.
And there's the Master Core.
Yep.
So now he can start to ping the 1/1s, especially the Bop.
Yeah.
But
Question is if it's probably better just to tap down 2 lands now. He uses also the main land he's been using is Ancient Tomb, so it takes 2 damage repetitively
Yes.
as he uses it. So
for those who don't know what Master Core does, it was a very powerful creature in the beginning of the game. It still is, because it can ping creatures for just 2 mana. You deal 1 damage, so it will wreck Alex's board. With a small downside though, discard a card every turn. So
exactly.
Jonas will never ever have more cards in hand. And here I can see
He will have cards in his hand, maybe, but
not more than
exactly.
he already.
He plays 1 Stroke of Genius, I know, and I don't know actually if he has any more things that get him cards. Actually,
I don't know.
Get him up in the-
So we have here 2 Stroke of Genius.
Okay.
Because this is Martin Berlin's deck, and he went up to 2 strokes, while
he can sacrifice his Mind Stones and he can use the baubles to draw cards, but otherwise it's the Strokes of Genius that gets him
yep.
ahead.
Because Berlin, and we still are in the thinking game here. A squee we've got from the survival,
It's
so card advantage can be. There's not much happening here in game.
I think it's
when it's just thinking there, we can show the deck. That's okay, Kaiser Magnus.
It's Genesis, I guess. Is it?
Hi, Incurser Soprano. Or Soprasano. Oh, it's a Soprano. Is it from Mercadian Mask? The Suppressant Scary and the Suppressant
okay.
guys.
So here's the turn where Alexi actually can deploy if he has it in hand. I don't think I haven't seen the opposition.
Because Jonas gave him
A turn.
A turn here. I'm going to go and check if we can fix the glaring there, because someone turned on the lights. I'll be back.
So if Alexi, well, he has some blue cards. He don't play that many. I think he plays looters also. So it depends on where he's going now. He cracks a Flooded Strand, fetch a Plains or an island. You do the riffle shuffling. I guess that's up to him. Usually you don't want to do that if you're the opponent, but it's his cards, I guess. Maybe you don't hurt them. You have sleeves in this day and age, anyhow. This might be the opposition here. Yep, getting deployed. I don't think Jonas thought of that. He could have tapped down 2 lands, then he would have been up to 3 lands. Now Alexis clearly ahead. The good thing for Jonas right now is that even if Alexis taxes Jonas' mana is that he can use the mana that's getting tapped, even the stones or whatever, to ping all the creatures in play right now. Because we have 4 Root Wallas and a Birds of Paradise, and all those have toughness of 1, and it costs 2 for the Massacre to ping one of those creatures down. Alexei also has a Squee in the graveyard that he gets to take back in his hand each turn, so the engine of survival is on. So, upkeep, Jonas is discarding to his Mastercore and letting Alexei to tap stuff if he so chooses. Maybe Alexei is waiting for Jonas' end step, so Jonas can't use his Helix or Shutdown Port to tap down his mana instead. He taps down his Throndanimals, and Jonas pings the bird, and yeah, some Root Walls, 3 Root Walls is gone. In response, Alexei taps the Ancient Tomb. Bird is dead. Maybe Skogstokig is thinking about that it should have been killed earlier. Alexis is thinking about tapping something more. He don't care about the Mastercore getting. He think his life total is no problem at this moment. He's at 15 and Jonas is at 9, so it costs him 2 life each time using the Ancient Tomb. Now it doesn't look like Jonas has any extra land, so he won't be able to use he can use the Helix, and he uses that in the upkeep, I guess. Tapping down the city. Response from Alexei. I don't know if he did it in response to the sweep trigger, or if he uses it in response to the sweep trigger, he can activate the. He can't really activate the Survival of the Fittest to throw away the squee. But Alex is still thinking if he can use the mana in any way. The city mana. Gordon is fixing the camera. Still a bit of glare on the opposition that's in the top left-ish corner. Alexei has thrown away all of his root wallets. He has 1 squee in the deck, so he gets to, but he scoops it up. He don't think he can raise the Masticore, and that's how powerful the Masticore is actually. So, game 1 to Jonas Statin.
Sorry about all that,
That's
and
good.
the glare will still be there. We need to fix it in between. We had some problems, need to fix
Looking at the sideboards, Jonas.
So here we have Jonas's deck.
What do Jonas might need the Tormund's Crypt, but that's only for the Squee and the Genesis, I think. For getting value out of the graveyard. The Annul gets to counter. Now Jonas has seen at least opposition and the survival, so that's probably, if Jonas thinks correctly, 8 cards as it is, and that's a good target for the Annul. Mostly of his sideboard is directed at more of Sly-ish Goblin deck, where Chills and maybe even Sphere of Resistance comes in. I don't know. I don't think Sphere of Resistance is that good on the draw. I'm not sure.
Alexi tries to play a lot of cheap spells,
Yeah.
but he also has a lot of mana ramp.
Exactly. And you're basically okay. Jonas got he's more of a heavy hitter in his ramp. If he gets to play a Dynamo, he's more ahead in mana. But I don't know. Also, if you need to take things out, he's not. Maybe Winter Orbs aren't that good then. Tangle Wires also. Tangle Wire basically does the thing that opposition does in the opposite way. So that might be a weird, like...
Maybe not the card you want.
No. Probably Winter Orbs are... If you can't go in any direction, I guess. You already have the Helix, you have the Winter Orbs, you have
it is a lockdown deck, whether he likes it or not.
Yeah, so you can't really abandon all that. So I'm interested to see where he heads with that. Mastercore, as we saw, was really good though.
Yeah.
But he needs to come up to, a good amount of mana to efficiently use the Mastercore. And if we go to the survival opposition deck.
Yeah. Actually trying to do so we can show two different very quickly.
The survival opposition deck, we have...
It's a cool combo. I like that.
We have the swords to answer the Mastercore. Those might come in. Uktabi Orangutan.
I do like the orangutan. I can show you the orangutan.
Orangutango. There's some explicit art in the background that we might
the fuck monkeys.
Blur out.
I don't know how to blur it.
No,
damn it. Okay, if we do it like this. Wait.
Gilded Drake is interesting.
No, now we're blurring it with the mouse.
Okay, yeah.
Blur. No,
so that's coming in clearly, the orangutan. I would probably bring in the Gilded Drake. Or would I? I don't know.
The Gilded Drake, that's stealing something.
Yeah, you exchange it. It's a 3/3 flying, so it's only for 2, 1 blue and 1.
I would not.
Exchange it for the Mastercore or the Golem.
But even if you exchange it for the Mastercore, you get a Mastercore. You need 6 mana to kill Drake.
Yeah, but with Mastercore in play, he's basically... so many cards are dead in...
exactly. It's more of a protective than an aggressive play.
Exactly. You just need to...
Because you need to take care of the Mastercore.
So it has the orangutan, swords, and that to address it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if it brings in... What does the... Teros Faithful, I don't even know what that card does.
Teros, I do not think he plays, because that's a set that's...
But he also has a couple of annuls that he probably...
Oh, the annuls is made for this matchup.
Yep. So we might see some, not counter wars, but countering in this game coming up.
Let's see.
Okay, we're already on. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, we clicked on the wrong thing here, so we couldn't see that.
So Jonas has started with his Ancient Tomb playing. So he kept the Winter Orbs.
Winter Orb, right away there. Yeah, but sure, Alexi needs mana to be able to survival and things like that.
Alexi just fetched an island, and he gets to make a 3-drop. If he so chooses.
Survival up is a bit too clunky.
There
yeah, maybe actually. I do like
the explicit arted orangutan came in but he only has 1. So, but it's a really good turn 3 play. If Jonas wasted his whole turn playing a Winter Orb, he has some more, and maybe if he plays a...
Yeah, now I can see the match.
It's a 2/2 also, so I
Yeah.
think what you need to do against the Tinker Prison deck is
You need-
to start getting a clock going.
The Tinker Prison.
Exactly. You need to no
No, the Alexei
Alexei
needs to get
yeah.
that for the Tinker Prison.
Yeah.
Yep. And there's a Tangle Wire. Jonas is, like, as we said,
Yeah.
it is a lockdown, so yeah. Because
It-
opposition is 4 mana. Sorcery speed.
He brought in the Tormo script. I don't really think that I wouldn't have done that, but it's good
That's
in
for
this
one
situation.
screen.
Maybe you can take out if he has the baubles anyhow, and it's a Tinker target also.
Did he play Genesis? I don't remember.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So it's Genesis and one squeeze, but Jonas don't know that. If
No,
you play
exactly.
a bunch of squeeze and if you
Because
play,
Jonas may think that he's on some kind of recurring survival deck, even though he didn't
Yep.
see any black and things like that. It's
True,
easy
true.
to.
yeah, I
miss.
would be afraid of that also.
But do you think Alexei boards out the oppositions?
It's a weird
Because
matchup.
he's
in that
yeah,
way.
exactly. Because he's not the beatdown. Hello, he is the beatdown.
Yeah, but
But,
now Jonas has played his. I think it has swords in his hand. I'm guessing.
Now he is going to throw away. Oh, is he
Because
going to
it
throw away
passes
his
the turn.
second Mastercore? Is that
He did.
he did? Yeah, but it's
Okay.
probably just one orangutan. Does Alexei
he
play
doesn't
some
have, okay.
creatures that bounce his own creatures to
No.
get multiple activations?
No, I don't think so.
It could have been something.
He's got.
But Jonas' mana base right now is horrendous.
I,
'Cause
I,
it's
I
too
like the
ancient.
mana base. It hurts.
Yeah.
It's,
We can't see
it's
Jonas'
hurtful.
life. We need to fix
I can
that.
fix that.
Then let's see if the camera can focus on me or not, because I set the focus on Seb. Yeah, we'll see. New technology with all the streaming and things like that here. New streaming computer. The screen is way too dark to see in this sunny day. We have one of the best summer days so far, but maybe a bit too warm, hot, and sunny, as the screen doesn't really show us the match. But Jonas is down on 8, and
Yep.
he only has one land, and now he threw away another land.
Yeah, and it really, as you said, he can't be using the Mastercore
No,
for too long.
and the Massacre, now if he can't use it, it needs to stay on block, on defense.
Yeah, yeah, they do. Yeah, you're
Because
right.
the monkey kills him. So if he had a land, he could have played the land, pinged the monkey, taking 2.
I guess you need to kill the monkey now. Anyhow.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why.
No, maybe. Okay, he taps
needed-
down. He has. Okay, he can keep
Okay,
the.
the tangle wire.
Yeah, he can keep one.
That's
Okay, he's
3
thinking about his
mana.
play.
That's not killing the monkey.
No. Okay.
Oh, it's a tinker
Yeah,
on one of the tangle wires.
yeah.
Okay, he's keeping the crypt.
I would have thought about getting rid of that, but that's where the most scary things happen, I guess. In,
Yeah.
if it is as you said,
Oh.
if we would have been playing recurring nightmare. or
Exactly.
Reanimate.
So I do not fault him for it.
Mm-hmm.
But here we have Winter Orb, so Alexei won't untap anything.
Yeah.
And that's his answer for the monkey.
Then
And he just wants to be able to mastercore.
yeah. Then the tangle wire don't matter really anyhow. So
No, yeah, because it disappears.
yeah, you
He
can't
throws
tap
away an
down.
annul.
You can't tap down anything that's already tapped.
Exactly. So Jonas is trying to.
Aye.
No.
Yeah. No, he forgot the wind orb.
So he untaps 1, taps 2, attacks. And the same here, Alexei
Okay.
needs to tap the ape 1 more turn. But that's just 1 more turn.
Well, clearly, Jonas got out of this.
Yeah, he isn't winning the race right now.
Well, he is.
Oh yeah, he is. He's 6 life.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he untaps a couple, he untaps those lands, so he can shoot the monkey, take 4 if he needs to.
Maybe it is as Matsu said that opposition.
It's a bit too clunky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least
So
in this matchup.
he's down to 3 now, and now he's going to get to untap 1 creature, but Jonas can answer. What? Okay, he kills it right now. So
Whatever
he
he
untaps 1 land.
untaps, he taps.
But then he can play a land and a creature. And
yeah,
Jonas can't.
yeah, he can play an elf or like a
Exactly.
Bob, yeah. But
He could have done that anyway, but I think it's better.
what
to,
Alexi wants to do now is draw Swords to Plowshares.
Yeah.
So,
But actually, I think just land elf is doable.
yeah, but he needs to keep it on block duty. Anyhow, land elf, and then Jonas attacks, and he needs.
Oh,
to
sorry,
block
the score. Jonas took game 1, did he?
Yep.
Yeah, the Tinker deck is pretty strong. Not amazingly strong, because it's easy to hate out. But there's the swords.
I think overall in the
does he
meta
have
right
a
now,
land?
Disenchant is looking better and better.
Yes.
Like
Enchantress is one of the top decks, and there we have it.
okay, Jonas took down
Tinker
the-
Prison, Jonas Satin takes down the first feature match.
So Jonas will get a pin or whatever they get
Yeah.
if they slay a Finn, or if the Finn would have won. They
There we
would
have
get
that one. Oh god damn, I fucked up.
Was it the wrong edition?
No, but I clicked on a thing that it will be the wrong edition with everything else we are going to show if I don't fix this.
So we're probably in, I don't know. I don't know how long the round time is. I can check.
Can you
Get
check the
back
round
to you.
town?
Yeah. Probably not seeing anything.
No, we only have 1 feature match area. Not Goblin Tinkerer. Tinker like that. And like that. First round always needs to fix the technical stuff. But this is the winning deck for round 1. We probably should change that it's round 1. God damn, I need a producer for next stream. Can't both commentate and do this. So we're trying to do so we can show many decks and whatnot. But here the focus is fucking up as well. Yes. Jonas. So we're trying to get Jonas into the studio. I need to fix, but I'm going to turn on the pause screen because we do need a bit of setup to fix this. So we'll be back in 5 minutes. We are back. Hopefully, we also have focus, because I went and put on manual focus on the camera, and it looks okay, I hope. People will probably say something if not. They haven't complained on the sound or anything, or the stream. And we're doing this from my mobile phone, so I was expecting...
Future tech.
But we don't have many dips at all, actually. This one looks...
So we have Jonas Statin with
Jonas
us.
Statin.
Yeah.
Jonas the Statesman.
Staten Island.
You were the winner of last round,
Yes.
and you
yes,
played this amazing
yeah,
construction.
mostly,
Can you talk a bit about it?
It's blue-brown Tinker deck. It's based around locking the opponent down with helixes and tangle wires and winter orbs, and then finishing them off with something. It doesn't really matter what. Mastercore, of course, was the real star in this game.
Yeah.
It really shut him down.
Yeah.
And,
Both games, actually.
He didn't really have a good answer to it. I think he had like 2 Source of Plowshare in his deck or something.
Yeah. No, we
had.
saw that. He had, yeah. He had
Last draw step he had in the last game.
Yeah.
He had the swords, but he didn't have a planes to play and
Yeah.
then sword.
But it didn't have a fetch.
Yeah,
thing
but he had to
exactly.
tap it.
Yeah, but
you
he
can respond with the fetch
Yeah.
and then respond with the
swords and then tap it. So he could have responded there.
Oh, really?
If he didn't draw it.
I think he
That's
drew
draw
it.
step.
I think he drew it that draw step. I think so.
Anyhow.
But yeah,
But we have a complaint here, the lack of beer. But that's, there is actually,
We're getting there.
we're getting there. It's 12 a.m.
So it's getting bear o'clock.
and beer
We're
o'clock.
closing to bear o'clock.
I think it's 2
Jonas is
p.m.
flagging some War Pig beer brewing,
Yeah.
always
and I can feel some.
something hard and
Yeah, okay.
thick.
Oh, in the bag, in the bag.
But as Hot Per in the chat here says, coffee is the usual drink of choice at
Yeah.
Premodern events. And yeah.
And cookies.
But
Sophisticated. Yeah.
the deck, this is Martin Berlin
Yeah,
classic.
it's his design. I have been, no pun intended, tinkering around with Tinker decks for a very long time. Like, sort of getting there, but as usual, a stronger player and deck designer actually found how
More
to
correct.
do it. I think it's the first time I played this exact build. But it seems pretty strong. I really like the high amount of Winter Orbs, which is a card that I underestimated myself. I only played 1 in my earlier build,
Yeah.
and I always tinkered for it, and it's...
Yeah, he
obvious
really
that-
won you the game. The
Yeah,
last game.
it's so strong. If you can put your opponent behind and then put down the Winter Orb, it's no coming back, really.
And I think you and Martin discussed this, that the hard part of playing the deck is that you have to think like 1, 2, 3 turns ahead.
Yeah.
And you also-
Especially with ancient tombs. Like,
Yeah.
if I tap them now, I won't be able to tap them then.
It's...
It was a nice play the last couple of rounds. I didn't saw that.
I didn't
see
saw the
that,
lines either.
Exactly, because
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, why is he throwing away the island?
Oh, yeah.
Because if he plays the island, he still has a card from Mastercore. He has 4 mana to shoot the orangutan
Yeah.
and then just go to town. But you instead opted for locking it down with the Winter Orb, and
Yeah.
I think that was the better line as well.
Yeah. I was thinking pretty hard about it though, but it felt. I mean, I'm here to play Windworms.
Yeah.
That's
Basically.
If that's not a reason, then I don't know what is.
We thought about during sideboarding that he has a lot of mana dorks and would you take out the tangle wires? He also plays opposition.
Yeah.
and
It
that's
was
Will
really-
he take out opposition?
Yeah.
Because
It
it's
was
so
really
slow.
hard.
But you just play them.
Yeah. You're like, no. I'm the lockdown.
Yeah. I decided
here
on
too.
on that. But yeah, the thought went through my mind like I might not be able to lock him down with all the mana dorks.
Yeah.
But then I felt like, but I'm killing the mana dorks.
with the Masticore.
Yeah. If I'm not doing that, it's
Yeah.
probably not going well anyway.
You're-
So I should have brought in 3 annuls. Somehow
Yeah, maybe.
I forgot that annul counters.
Enchantments, or-
No, because I had it for the survivals.
Okay.
But I forgot that it somehow also counters. I don't really know why.
Okay, yeah.
It's like I was
Magic
like,
is hard, man.
oh yeah. That's an enchantment as well. I should probably have 3.
Yeah.
Here in Madrid, most of the old school community plays Premodern. That's quite cool. Here, actually, it is like our small group who started it out, and we're an old school group. But if you look around in the room today, there's at most half like old school players. The other half is pre-modern players and other formats. So here, it
lot
may
of-
have started with old school crew, but there's a lot of other people.
There are a lot of people
coming
here
from
who,
other formats or whatever.
yeah, a lot of people that used to be really good back in the day. There's a lot
Yeah,
of strong
a lot of-
players in this room.
A lot of comebacks.
A lot
from
of
the-
comebacks.
Name no. Oh yeah, we have the Swedish champion since last week
Yeah.
in Real Magic.
Yeah.
He's here playing. I think it's his first time.
Yeah.
We should probably get him here to talk about that.
Yeah. No, it's his. I had a small tournament.
Yep.
He played the Mickey Magnusson's 4-color deck then. Now he's playing goblins today.
Oh, spicy.
Yeah,
Pick a top tier, eh?
exactly.
Yeah.
It's not. We're not here to have fun.
I think it maybe like half of the people are here to have fun and the other half are here to win.
Exactly. So it's a good mix of everything.
Yeah, but a lot of strong people here. So there's the whole thing with Finns taking down Swedes, Swedes taking out Finns. I didn't even grab one of those papers because I was like, I'm not winning 3 games with the,
Against anything.
with the people in this room. That's not
okay.
happening.
Yeah.
So glad that I could steal a win on camera.
Indeed. We'll see how that evolves. People get small. Did you have the paper here? The
Oh yeah.
piece of paper. You should cross out a flag. You have the Finn flags to cross out. I complained to. So this is your crossing. I don't know where is this. There.
I think I'll draw
It
skull.
looks like crosses.
Yeah.
Like that.
Here, by the way, we have the deck that Vidar is playing.
Yeah.
And I put on the Abandon Hope there, because
Okay.
he won't take 2 Swedish championships in a row. That's not what he's doing.
It's would be an impressive run.
Indeed.
First the easy tournament last week and then the hard tournament today.
Exactly. The real tournament.
The real tournament,
For the
yeah.
real trophy. Do you know, by the way, the Abandon Hope thing? It's something on. I think it was Magic Online, LSV or someone, and he had the win, but he also had like a pithing needle.
Yeah.
So he plays it, and you can name any card. So
Yeah.
he names Abandon Hope.
Usually you do that in Storm to get up the Storm count, and you have when you need to name a card when you play Cabal Therapy.
Oh yeah.
Usually you name Abandon Hope, and you know you have to win anyhow. So
Abandon Hope?
it's a cute way of.
Yeah, that's
It's a fun meme.
good trash talking.
Yeah.
Top tier trash talking.
Yeah.
I like it.
So
That fucking goblin stick, man.
Yeah, he's splashing the black also for sideboard Abandon Hope. Okay, this is a lot like Patch Lista from last year.
yeah, and
With the black splash for Goblin, what's it called? Trenches.
it's Joel Larsson has made the deck starting out with the Goblin, and he plays black to get around.
No, not Trenches.
No, not
It's-
trenches. What's
What's the name?
I don't
It's an
remember.
enchantment.
What the enchantment does is make all the goblins black. So
Oh, yeah.
it works around all the circular protections, and if you play,
Chill and
Dralnus Crusade.
yeah,
of
and
course.
even engineered plague.
Thank you, Hatper and
oh yeah, because they
Isenu,
get bigger.
maybe.
So no, not only, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a crusade effect, so it plays around engineered plague,
Yeah.
and it makes them black, so it plays around circle of protection red.
That's really good.
Because it doesn't add black, it makes them black.
Exactly.
It also makes them zombies, so it plays around engineering that way as well.
I like the flavor.
And of course, there's one Patriarch's bidding in the sideboard as well, which is a super cool card, but actually usually not that good.
It brings back.
I love the old school like goblin flavor texts.
Yeah, like this is a super good card to have one of.
Yeah. It's
Against the
really,
control
really.
deck.
I got the first time I think I played against Joel on goblins. He ruined me
Thank you. Yeah,
with that card.
it's a cool card. I like it.
I see Joel is standing here, so I'm trying to not be too cruel here on his deck, but no, it has made some really good finishes during the last couple of years.
Yeah.
How
And
is Joel doing, by the way? Is
I have
he
no
still
idea.
sick?
Yeah,
He had some stomach ache, but he's still playing.
indeed.
A true
Pro players always play.
yeah.
I thought that he played. Yeah, he played dresses in the main also. Yeah, because against all the combo and you're not.
And there's the field now. It's a very combo-centric field,
Yeah.
Okay.
which should make your deck pretty good.
Yeah, I hope so. That's actually really good for me.
Yeah.
That's likely my best matchup, I think.
The combo.
Combo decks.
Yeah.
Unless I get comboed out, but if I can do the whole lockdown thing.
Yeah, you need to have the first couple of turns.
Yeah.
But that's maybe the case with combo always. Like what happens
Yeah.
actually. You have annuls and some answers.
Yeah, but I have the
yeah.
swear resistances and
Yeah,
a lot
those
of stuff.
basically
taxing
Prison-y
effects and-
taxing
yeah.
things.
Yeah. But Jonas, thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations
for
once again
having
on your
me.
first win.
Maybe my only win, but I'll take what I can get.
And guys who are watching, we will take a short break and be back in 3 minutes after we checked how much round time and such there.
It's about 10
is.
minutes, I guess.
I would say so as well. So we'll be back in about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I will let Seb talk.
Hello.
And I will fix the feature match.
We are looking at the decks as we speak to bring them up, I guess. The players are
Yes.
taking their seat in the other room here. We have Erik Sundberg against Joachim.
Almelund.
Yep. So both from Gothenburg. They've been playing Premodern for a while. I think both of them are brewers.
Yes.
Some kind of brewers at heart. And what do we have for to see? We have Phyrexian Devourer combo.
Yeah, this is...
We have an announcement here from Martin Berlin also.
We'll have a lunch break and we'll start round number 3 at 14:00 sharp, 2 o'clock sharp. So and we will start the round, so please be in time.
He's telling everybody that there will be a lunch break after this round. So after this round that we will show you, we will be back at 2 o'clock.
Odyssey starter pack and 2,500
And this
svenska krona in travel award to the European Championships.
they haven't started in there, have they?
Madrid.
No.
And for the second prize, we have 2,000 SEK in travel money. For the third prize, we have an Innovation starter pack and an Odyssey starter pack.
So we have a bunch of starter packs in the prize pool. Martin is going through the prize pool here.
To 8th place, you
I can't find the card.
There's a art lottery as well. You might be showing the art that you're able to win if you complete all the Swiss rounds. There will be a lottery.
God damn, I hate PC.
place first roll because I mean we were ranked based on another thing is that we have
Looks like Jocke.
for everyone who finishes
Jocke's, yeah.
Swiss, who plays all of the Swiss rounds,
This is alliances.
an art lottery with some really nice prints, in my opinion. Bounty of the Hunt of Jeff Menges, and then Childoran Outpost, also Jeff Menges, really nice in my opinion. And then
There we have it.
somewhat more goofy orcish settlers. So, I mean, yeah. Please don't drop. I mean, if you don't need to, I mean, you can do it if you want, of course, but we encourage you to play and have fun.
So Martin is ending his announcement right now. And we're hitting round 2 now.
Yes, and they just got the okay to start.
Rolling dices. I prefer rolling dices to know who gets first.
I prefer battling both roll dice.
Okay.
Not like odds and even.
Okay. So not physically battling. Like
Okay, so who on which side is the big question here? I know.
I
and I
see
will fix.
Jocke is on the left.
Yes.
Erik Sundberg is on the right, on standstill. Now we haven't had time really to look at the decks.
Yeah, but we
we'll
will.
bring those up later on to show you as much of gameplay as we able to.
Yes. But you can get to know what it is. It was too big. God
Okay.
damn it.
I think I have the deck here also. We started.
Yes. I just need to fix this real quick. And we are back.
Okay.
So, we have Erik Sundberg on the right with a classic standstill deck.
All right.
And then
Is
we
it
have
blue-white standstill? or-
Blue-White
Yeah.
Standstill and Jocke Almlund on a very, very strange brew.
Yeah, I don't know what
Right.
half of those cards are in play right now, Gordon. So you need to help me out here.
In play, we have Tanglewire
Yeah, okay.
and I think it's Orb. Let's
Okay.
take a break from the match while they're playing and just to see this deck. So it's a deck that wants to play for Extended Hour, 6 mana, eat up all the cards in the library and fling it on the opponent or sacrifice it to an Altar of Dementia. And yeah. So
Easy peasy.
easy peasy. I forgot to fix the glare, because we have glare. And let's see, that's the first end of hour. Because the first there, if its power is greater than 7, bury it, is a trigger. So you can always answer the trigger by making it bigger. You can't fix the glare, yeah. And then you make it big enough to kill the opponent. That's at least the plan. Okay, so makes them play more over here. That won't help, but it's a good idea anyway. And what's in play there are the classic baubles, I think. Chromatic spheres, that is.
Yep. He has Mind Stones in play to the top left right now.
Okay, and then the card you won was a chromatic sphere. This card. So, oh, hey Germany, laying in bed watching Premodern matches, living the dream. Thank you very much. We'll be better during the day too. We'll get better when I learn the tech.
I'll probably just get worse though. So maybe it would be stay the same.
No, the same level. Both
Same
you-
level. So because I'll just go be worse.
And I'll go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, seems good.
So we have an answer in play actually. The
Wait, how is Devourer a good card? It's not. That's the whole point. So no one will expect the
we have
Spanish
is it called a
Inquisition.
cleansing seal? Is that the
A
card?
seal of cleansing.
Seal of cleansing. Yeah. So he has an answer for a bunch of
Yeah,
Joachim Almund's cards in play now. So you can sacrifice it
He has a
instant or interrupt speed. You can
Yes.
sacrifice it to destroy one of the artifact permanents.
so it's a
that you
disenchant
cast,
that sits in play,
which is rather good.
which is really good against a deck that wants to go off with artifacts.
Yeah, and you can't be prisoned out like the last match we watched.
No.
If you have, and we already seen the Tanglewire, so you don't have to keep up the mana to disenchant or whatever.
Exactly. But it's also no, Seal of Cleansing main is not unusual. It's a very good card and should and as the meta evolves, more and more disenchant effects should be, and Seal of Cleansing is one of the best. The problem is against things like Tanglewire and Mishra's Helix, you can't answer to destroy them because
Exactly.
you need to play at sorcery speed. But
Exactly.
you can get it before instead, so both good and bad.
Sundberg, if he plays.
You may absolutely ask. This is Premodern. If you want to read more, it's premodernmagic.com, the website.
I'm bringing up Sundberg's thoughts.
And
Can we
there
have
you
a
can read
quick
the ban
peek
list and
at
things like
Eric's deck?
Yeah,
Would that possible?
while they are thinking, we have Eric's deck here.
We had a quick question about if there were any stifles in his main deck. I don't see any, and I don't see any in the sideboard
I
either.
see 2 stifles in the main deck,
Hey, you
and
see that?
a third in the sideboard.
Oh, there we have.
Up
no.
in the right corner.
Oh, there they are. Okay.
So,
Above the forbid.
So yes.
Oh, there is it in the sideboard. Okay, so I'm
So
clearly
this
blind.
is a quite 3 win cons with the Decree of Pain. That's quite cool. Decree of Pain, an uncounterable win con.
Yep.
Maybe not the best card in modern
Or
terms,
counterable.
but in
It could be
pre-modern.
counterable.
It could be stifle.
It could be stifle,
And
or
that's-
it could be if you play it, you like for the
Oh,
actual.
okay,
as
if you
action.
actually play it. But the thing is, you never play it.
I've done that sometimes. It's a good blocker to have, or some decks just can't win against a 4/4 angel token. Is it?
I think I said Decree of Pain, by the way. I
Okay,
of
yeah.
course mean Decree of Justice. this amazing cards. You cycle it, so you draw a card, but you also make soldiers. So it's a cantripping instant speed soldier maker that only Stifle can counter. Very, very cool card, and a very good win con in decks
Indeed.
like that. And that's why you play main deck Stifles. It's not to kill off fetches as in Legacy.
I think Stifle does a lot in this format.
Yep.
A lot of cards. Maybe not like usually if you play Legacy or anything, you usually stifle lands, like fetches and stuff. You can do that here also, but it's better than you think maybe.
So here we have End Step Factor Fiction. Factor Fiction, one of the best draw spells ever created. Not good enough for Modern, apparently, even though it came now in Modern Horizons, so we'll see. But for Premodern, it is a huge draw spell. Archnelson, Archnelson. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. I'm pretty good at mispronouncing names. No, I can't show the deck list right now as we're in the match. Maybe we'll talk about it later on.
The streams
opposition.
and everything will be up later on.
Yeah.
Also cool.
So the plan is to publish the stream on YouTube in a week or so.
And I think Martin
after.
Berlin will probably publish a bunch of deck lists on his blog also. So.
On the premodernmagic.com blog. So we're also
What's
sorry about
happening
the
here?
glare
I still don't really know what Jocke is
It's still
doing
Factor
here.
Fiction resolving here.
Okay.
He gets some cards.
What does he want to do right now? He wants to. He's got Mind Stones tapped and everything. He wants to.
He wants to play the Devourer,
Okay. And then he wants to
we have
sacrifice.
and then he wants to exile his whole library and fling it at the opponent, or use the altar in play to mill out the opponent with it. Internetet dog helt och hållet. Se om det går igång. Connected secured i alla fall. Det var det där jag tänkte försöka fixa. Det där var bättre.
Nu är vi tillbaka.
Oh,
Did we
we are
lose?
back. Sorry
Yeah.
about the dropout there. We are doing this whole stream on my phone. And we may have done a bit too much for that. But I fixed the problem we had with the screen. Because we're doing this on a Mac with Windows.
Yeah.
And it couldn't push up the screen brightness, so we actually didn't see what was going on. Now we do, so now we can comment as
Okay, so we have a Tinker. I think he sacrificed one of his Mind Stones, and now he can actually get the Devourer.
yeah.
But Erik still has the Seal of Cleansing.
But the thing is, the Devourer, if he answers with the seal,
Yeah.
Jocke can just continue to exile cards. And because he can answer it and then answer with sacrificing the Devourer as well.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly if there's a window when Erik can
Use the
destroy
seal.
it.
Yeah. We have a question there about how many Enchantress
Susan,
deck
yeah.
we have. I haven't
There's
seen
no,
any.
that's one of there's no Enchantresses here, even
No.
though it took down last year. There's no Enchantress decks today.
No, we have a bunch of enchantment-filled decks, but none of them with using Enchantress.
Reanimator we also have. I haven't seen one, but I haven't had the opportunity to check all the deck lists yet. But
Yeah.
hopefully we can get that answer to you guys soon.
Gordon is fixing the camera here. So, Jocke is thinking about his Tinker target, and it seems like it actually resolved. And he goes for another Tanglewire. So he's building up to doing what he needs to do. And Erik, he's got a Dust Bowl in play actually. So that's a new addition that I also talked with Svante earlier, and he said that he liked that in this format. Mickey Magnusson, who made the 4-color control deck, he has put in one Dust Bowl in his sideboard now, and I think he plays one in main also. So it's a great card when the mana is quite hard to get real good here in if you play more than 1, 2, 3 colors. So I think that's a good card right now, the Dust Ball. He gets a token and draws a card. I get a window in my head here, so.
Yeah, sorry about all this. Because we just look like this. We want to look in the camera, of course,
Yeah.
but then we can't see this because we don't
Game.
have this big screen yet that we want. Right? Yeah. So we have Olerode token.
Goblins, we have
Goblins we
goblins
have.
here. Yeah, at least 2 of the 2 goblins. We have no Sly really. We have a burn, creatureless Sly, maybe you can call that.
Oh, there's a creatureless Sly, a
Yeah,
burn deck. that's
Olan brought that here with Anks and
Not even Atogs.
yeah. So we have 3 Olles on stream now.
3 Olles, and
That's getting tapped out for the
Tangle Wire.
Tangle Wire. So it's a good response.
Yeah, it's still 0-0, and this is round 2. This is not game 2. This is round 2 of the tournament. Of I think 6 rounds.
6 rounds and a top 8. And we're 46 players. Gordon just needs to listen on some beats.
Better luck next time.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Tamblora.
So it's back and forth right now. Erik has a good answer for the tangle wires now, I think, with the Olerode soldiers that he gets to tap instead of getting his mana constrained. And he also has a Mishra now. So
Yep. Sorry.
and there's
An
Impulse. That's a
Playing modern
reworded.
printed pre-modern cards is not pre-modern. Yeah, it is. Like, the whole thing is, this is not a format that is supposed to be just for the art. The gameplay is a very big part of this, and therefore use whatever cards you can just to play. And that's also the rules you need to use if you want to play sanctioned. And this format, you can play online because all the rules are the same, everything like that. You can play sanctioned, so your store can organize FNMs in pre-modern and things like that. Just because all the rules are contemporary.
Indeed.
The only thing is the format card pool.
There's some, if you have any thoughts or anything on that, there's up on the blog.
Oh, an amazing
You can
blog
say,
post.
yeah, about why Premodern is using contemporary rules. But yeah, we have maybe.
So maybe Jocke needs to play it a bit faster.
I don't know. It's up to them, I guess. We could send in the judge there to stand as a looming presence.
Yeah. It's almost 1-3.
No.
But it's a hard deck to play, and
Yeah.
Do you know why Jocke brought the Devour deck?
No?
He thought Bargain would already be banned, so he started to brew this.
I see.
Because he's one of the prominent Bargain Storm players
And brewers.
and brewers.
Yeah.
He's done a lot to get that deck into
Yeah.
a bannable position. But I don't think we have more than like one Bargain Storm in the room. I haven't checked. Oh, we have another
We have
Factor Fiction.
3 bargain decks here.
3 bargain decks.
I don't know which.
46 players. Now we have a dip again. God damn it. Har börjat skicka rätt rejält. Sorry, checking the stream quality, as it seems to go a bit like this. But you're a lot of viewers, 58 viewers checking the stream right now. That's pretty cool for a format like this, which we... Could you say it was announced a year ago, or so to speak? We played it for a couple of years, a bunch of years actually.
This is the second
Swedish
Nationals, and this, yeah, it's growing in at least Europe. I think it's not exploding, but it's growing.
And here we have in the chat Arvide. It's not his brew, it's a team brew, and Eric didn't feel he could play it well enough. And that may actually be true. I know there are teammates. That's why I actually didn't want to put them on cam when they played each other. But our other feature match got cancelled. So we needed to take one really quick, and I think the Devour deck is super sweet, even though it seems super hard
to play, to pilot. That's why I'm not even getting my head around how he needs what's the lines he needs to take against Standstill. He needs to Standstill usually plays a lot of counterspells, and there's a lot of things he needs to try. That might be the reason why he wanted to tangle out Eric before doing anything, actually.
Yeah, but hard to tangle out 7 lands.
Yeah, and especially if he responded now with putting some Olles into play.
Yes.
That he gets to tap.
Now he has a clock. We don't see the dice again, but maybe we can
The
get help from the judge.
The life total
Judge!
is he's on 16 right now, I think.
Kan du flytta in tärningarna en bit? Så att de har livtärningarna lite längre in bara. Tack så hemskt mycket. It's absolutely, we get life totals in, so how does the Devour combo work exactly?
Per probably knows this. He just wants to make you sweat a bit here.
Okay, let's see. We have where's this? This is the deck. So we're going to show you the deck real quick. We are also watching the game, but not much is happening. Jocke is playing lands right now. We will. And this is the Phyrexian Devourer deck. So the Devourer is this big creature, which is super bad. But if you can use its huge power to do something bad to the opponent, it's okay. Because the first ability there is a trigger. So you can always answer and make it bigger and bigger and bigger until it's over 20 power, and then you play Fling, which is sacrifice a creature, deal the power of the creature in damage to the opponent. Or you sacrifice it to Phyrexian Altar and mill the opponent out. But back here to the game, as there's things happening.
Joachim is trying to resolve something, I guess. I'm also guessing Eric has a counterspell or an absorb, but that's my guess. He keeps his hand close to the chest or at the
yes. Table. As we have here, the Altar of Dementia is not a win con against Stifle, but here we have the Devourer.
So can he stifle the Devourer trigger?
You can stifle one Devourer trigger, and you can stifle the Dementia, but you can't stifle Fling.
Yeah, and
but you can't counter the Altar. You can stifle.
Okay, so Joachim probably can sense this or know that Eric plays answers like stifle, and
they probably played each other more than once.
But all you really need is
Matsu 44, that's Altar of Dementia that does that. We can show you the card real quick here. That's Altar of Dementia. So you make the Devourer super big, sacrifice it to mill them out.
And that's the card he has in play next to the 2 Mind Stones there.
Yes, but the longer you play, This is one problem with the deck that I talked to them about. I can't see that card. Damn it. You don't actually have that much casting costs in the deck. So if you play long or lose some cards or something on the way, you can't make it big enough to mill out the opponent.
I see.
Because if you draw, say, 2 more Devourers, that's 12 cards.
I see. And now we have a swords on. Is it another Devourer? What other creatures does he have in the deck? Is it only Devourers he has in the deck? It seems like he's targeting. No, he's targeting that Devourer. Okay.
Yeah, he's targeting the Devourer.
And now it is as we talked about earlier. If he would like to go off and Eric had the Stifle in hand, he can't win with the altar.
Yes. So here we have things. Will he exile some cards to get more life? No. Okay, he mills instead. One
Aha.
card. One card.
Yeah,
And that's I still can't see that last card.
but he pointed at the card, so it's some kind of card that mills for each mill or something.
No, that was the Alter Dementia still.
I see. I don't know.
Sacrifice a creature, mill
I
that
see.
creature's
Okay.
power.
But okay.
This is Alter Dementia. And that card, there's 2 of in play. So he sacrifices the Devourer to mill 1 in response to the plow.
Now we have another Factor Fiction, maybe, if it's end of turn. Okay, he uses the Dust Ball that I talked about earlier.
Oh, did he have a Dust Ball?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool there.
Eric Sundberg plays 1 Dust Ball there.
Yeah,
and he has
over all
it
the
in play.
tokens is a must here. Tangle Wire taps down itself, is on 13 life, draws a land. It seems quite land heavy. It's hard to see exactly, but
Who?
Joachim.
He don't have that much mana. He has 2 Mind Stones, a land, and a Felwar.
Yeah, and the Dust Ball can't destroy the island, but it made some work there. Taking out the city.
Maybe Yuki's thinking about that now because of the Dust Bowl. If he has a non-basic land in hand, is it really... Well, he's
Yeah, and
deploying
he
it
has.
anyhow. So he needs either to tinker and get another Devourer, or he needs to hardcast it, I guess.
Yeah, he has 3 mana up in the...
Yeah, so he's 1 from hardcasting it.
Yep.
But Eric is doing
Yeah.
the Dust Ball. Now the Dust Ball
Yeah,
is
but he
in
has
play
another
anyway.
Dust Ball, I think.
Oh, in play? Yeah,
I
there.
think
on
they're
the-
between the Adarkar Wastes.
A lot of Adarkar Wastes
And
hiding in there.
Dust Bowl, for those who don't know, is a very evil land destruction card. It's like every land you have, it becomes a expensive wasteland. So the Dust Bowl's kicking ass here, and the older tokens are hammering down. That's a 3-turn clock now. But he's still 1 mana away from hardcasting, and Eric is probably... Yeah, he probably has a counterspell right now.
But is it
If I were...
is it a defense grid? Yeah, something.
I think so. It
Yeah.
may be a defense grid. But I didn't see any... Maybe there were a defense grid in the main deck. That's the wrong deck. Here we have it.
No, yeah, 1.
Yeah, 1 defense
Yeah,
grid
so
main
it's probably a defense grid then. So he's
deck. Impulsing now to see if he can get something cool going on.
yeah.
And but as that deck seems to be quite slow to play, I would concede in this situation because it seems hard to be able to win
From this.
from this
But
position.
he needs a tinker because the defense grid stops the.
Doesn't stop Counterspell or Stifle because Erik has 7 mana.
Yeah. And now he won't be able to. Okay.
Yeah, but that's a fact or fiction in response to the Dust Bowl.
I don't think I've played Jocke in. I don't know.
Yuki should take 1 damage from the city.
So it's at 7. I can fix that all in a blink later here.
Judge!
Eller no. I played Jocke in
Jocke
old
där
school,
inne.
and
Och
he let
en mot dörren.
me
Så
win,
ett mindre
decking
liv fram
him.
till
We
tapparna
both played the
City och
deck,
Brass.
so I guess he's.
Ja, de håller på att resolva spelaren Lame City, så kanske kommer de ihåg, men han ska ha 7.
So
So
maybe
we
he's
get
not the kind of player that concedes.
No.
That might be the case.
Yeah, he missed the trigger there from the city, but we have sent in a judge, and there it fixes.
Or not? Yeah,
Yep.
4, 7. Yep.
Perfect. We have a great judge here today, and
Yep,
that's a big shout out to Jakob,
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake. Okay, sure. Snake Plissken. That's the judge's new name? Snake Plissken.
Plisken,
Perfect.
even better.
Uh,
No, Jakob Mauser. Yeah, okay, he packs this up.
There, it's time to pack it up, and let's change the score. We have 1-0 Erik Sundberg. And then we can view the decks. Perfekt. Ja. Ja, exakt.
What will he will probably bring in another.
Vilken
He got
nivå ska
3
vi på idag?
Seal of Cleansings. And he has
Okej.
that
Ja.
aura. I think he will
Ja.
bring in
Men
at least 4 cards. If he brings in the humility, you get a. He can't use the Devourer also. They're judging. Bättre Jakob om du pratar med han om det så får bestämma det.
Ja.
He's bringing in the Stifle, I guess. He's bringing in 3 more Seal of Cleansings. And he's got the aura of, what's it called?
Aura of Silence? No?
Aura, yeah, maybe.
It makes all artifacts and enchantment cost 2 more,
Yep.
and you can sacrifice it like a Seal of Cleansing.
So it's good against Enchantress and whatever. And since he plays Wastelands and Dust
Here we
Bowls
have it,
and
Aura of Silence. Yep.
constrains the mana. We've seen a lot of constraining of mana
Yeah,
on
there-
Carado.
The format, when you start with a lot of aggro and some controls, today it's a lot of more dirtly combo decks and prisoner decks, and
Yeah.
it really takes a step back in time of
That
how
era.
Exactly, like now it's slow decks. I'm just
Uh,
gonna-
I think they're discussing how long we have left in the game and what's going on there. We have what would you maybe the Forbid is too slow. Maybe you don't need 3 Wrath of Gods, even though it takes the Devourer, but that's like probably might be too late if you play Wrath of God for Devourer. 4 swords is probably enough, so I would take out maybe 1 Forbid, the Wraths. Yeah. He's not playing in the Wastelands now. No, he's just playing the Dust Bowls instead.
And here we have the Devourer deck, which will bring in other cards.
And
So
vill Martin hoppa in lite?
yeah, sure. We can get Martin in for a couple of seconds to talk about this new brew, the Phyrexian Devour combo. Have you seen that one?
I have seen it. Hi stream. How are you doing?
This is Martin Berlin. He's the tournament organizer, and yeah, he kind of made the format. But let's not give him too much credit and talk about the Phyrexian Devourer deck.
Super sweet. What do you say? You haven't looked at it more than I have.
Sorry to say he just lost the first game here, but It looks super sweet. They have a big problem, and that is if you exile all the cards in the deck. If you've played a bunch and drawn the wrong cards, like too many fact or fictions, you can't actually mill the opponent out with the Devourer because you can't make it big enough.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, so they actually discussed playing like one Draco in the deck just to be able to pump it big enough for Alter Dementia, which is one of the win cons.
Okay, did Jocke or Mikael tell you? Or
Yeah, I talked to Jocke and Erik, and that's that's a strange brew.
Yeah.
And the best thing here is that they have 4 Alter Dementia, but only 3 Fling. So the main win con is the one that can fail, not Fling that can't fail.
But that one is good because you can play Alter before and then Devour, I guess,
Exactly.
and go off immediately instead of having like, what is it? Devour costs 6, so then you would need like 8 mana to go off the same turn.
Also a lot easier to get 2 for 1 with the Fling, as you sacrifice as part of the cost. So just a counter spell destroys it all in. Because the Alter combo is, or the Fling as well, is solid to removal, and that's quite cool. Because you just answer, and they've sword to Pasher, you just exile another card and continue, and
Yeah, that's pretty
so
neat.
it's
Clever brew.
very clever brew. I have
There's
not
one
seen
more
this.
fling possible. Yeah.
And then Tinker to bind together to get either Alter or the
Or the
Devourer.
Devourer. So for 8 Devourers, 8 Altars, some Tangle Wires to buy some time, and also to tinker away. I think it's a very cool brew. Do you think it can become something?
I think so, because you have that redundancy with Tinker. So, but I would love to see how it played out. I haven't had a time. So is their match already over?
No.
No.
It's first game.
Through, they're probably started.
Okay,
Yeah, that
so
was the plan here to go over to the match.
let's have a look.
So we have a seal of cleansing from Erik almost immediately.
So
But,
Erik is playing blue-white standstill control with some tweaks I saw.
Some tweaks.
Yeah.
He plays 2 Magnetic Stifle, which I think is a correct choice in that deck nowadays, because there are so many combo decks that uses triggered abilities, activated abilities, and also in the mirror for Decree of Justice.
Yeah, that's
That's a main
big
part.
Yeah, and it works against like an Academy Rector or a lot of stuff that you.
Yeah, and I think you can see here now on Jukke's side we have a Goblin Welder, I think.
So that's a cyber plan, if I understand it
Yeah.
correctly. Yeah, that's also really sweet.
And the Goblin Welder is a super cool tech here, I would say. So here Seal of Cleansing immediately takes care of the Tangle Wire, but then in response we get in a Chromatic Sphere from Jocke Almlund. Like, Welder is such a powerful card. It's one of my favorite. It's my favorite 1-drop in Magic history. But I'm an artifact kind of guy.
It is kind of fragile, like at least game 1 when most people pack removal, but here.
Removal is bad
Yeah.
for the combo, as we just said.
Yeah.
I do not think Erik has more than maybe keeps like 2 plows or something like that.
And a blue blast you wouldn't really take in, I guess, maybe.
No, the blue blast doesn't do anything.
And it's good to recur the tangle wires or things that just ticks down and won't be used. And also the extra
Yeah, and to get in
of altars or whatever. You don't need 2 of them.
getting Tangle Wire again
Yep.
after it's. And why is it good to play Stifle main deck? Yeah, we just talked about that. Decree of Justice is one of the prominent win cons in control decks, and you can't counter cycled Decree, so that's probably one of the absolute main reasons to play Stifle main. But it has so many targets in almost every deck, so it's good anyways. Like I play a combo deck, Sapling Burst and Pandemonium. There you just can stifle the Pandemonium trigger or the creature itself, depending on, and the stifle can save you. And same here with the Devourer, he can counter the Alter ability, and
Or just use it as like it's used in Legacy. With
Like a wasteland on a
or
fetch.
against wastelands, or against fetches, or dust bowls, as we see here.
Yeah, that's a cool thing with Eric's standstill list. He plays a couple of dust bowls to attack the opponent's mana, and yeah, when you have standstill going, you're just destroying lands, especially man lands for the mirror.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Instead of wastelands.
Mikael Magnusson was running that in his 4-color control last time. He was
Yeah.
really impressed
I talked
by
about
that in
earlier.
mirror matchup.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a mirror card.
But
for the control.
also versus like decks like the Rock that pack a lot of man lands, it's really good to have
Yeah.
something like that.
And yes, Matsu44, Panda Burst with Replenish. That's been my brew for the last year, trying to see how to
So we
do
have
it the best
defense
way.
grid trying to get deployed.
Defense Grid is a good card here, and Welder can get it back if
Exactly.
so needed.
So counter.
But to get it back, he needs to sacrifice the altar.
Yeah, and that's one of the
Right
competencies
now.
he needs, I guess. But he could always welder it back when he want to.
Exactly, when he needs it.
So he can keep on
Oh,
doing this dance if he want,
Oh yeah.
like he does now, entangling it.
No, he...
Didn't he?
Tangle Wire
he,
comes in
uh,
with Welder.
He brought back. He brought back the Tangle Wire against.
Yeah, so that Eric needs to tap out now on his turn, and but we have a Fact of Fiction in upkeep instead, just throwing the cards over to Yuka. Could you check maybe time, or do you want to still see this match maybe?
I can check time. I can check time. Fine.
Thank you very much, and you're welcome back anytime.
Yeah, I think so too. If Jocke managed to win this, it would probably be hard
Probably
to.
be a draw.
It might become. Yeah. Eric needs time to win, and
We have a guy in the chat writing in Swedish instead of English, but he is writing that he wants the players' records to show. And yeah,
11 minutes left.
yeah, 11 minutes left. That could be hard. Yeah, the player's current record, we could play. We could add that just to the names or so.
Yeah.
This is round 2. Both these guys are 3 points each, so 1-0.
we did see a Hydroblast, so that's good against Fling also, and that
Okay, he brought it in.
yeah, so that could now he removed the welder with the Hydroblast. So
That's pretty good.
yeah, and that's
I wasn't expecting it though.
well, he knows that he plays Fling, and it's a good like 1 mana counterspell against that. And it also killed the welder, so
I'm actually going to put down the quality a bit. Sorry, guys. We have some ups and downs in this stream here. So, Tangle Wire, and wait.
here we
Oh,
have
Dust Bowling.
Dust Bowl.
Like this is,
Yeah,
this will be hard for Jocke.
yes. He probably really needed that welder also.
Yeah.
He sacrificed. He was leaning heavily on it since he sacrificed one of his combo pieces just to get the Tangle Wire back. And
Like without the welder, more cities. And there
Okay.
we have a concession from Jocke Almlund, Erik Sundberg.
maybe he
takes it
just
out.
needs help playing. Maybe they're just
Yeah,
showing
like this is what can I do?
okay. Yep.
So we'll go back to the studio. Should we talk more? Wait.
Wait. Ja, vi behöver checka.
We're going to have a short break and try to get one of the players into the studio. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Ja, men
And we are back with both players,
Ja,
even though you can
inte-
only see one.
Yeah, there we go. I go in the wrong direction. Hey, okay.
And I'll do like this. So these are the players from last round, and your teammates.
Yeah.
And you got to play each other on stream
Sadly.
because we were evil. No, I'm sorry, I didn't want to put you on screen, but I know
okay.
you play a cool deck. We really wanted it on stream. And you were both 1-1.
Yeah.
So
1-1, 1-0.
1-0. I mean, sorry. It's hard to get 1-1 on after one round.
Yeah. Used to be a loser, so.
Glasses unite. Yeah, we're four glasses. Yeah. So we talked about your standstill list a bit. Can you go through the changes you've done in the last? What would you say are the important things?
I think it's the important things for me is I think it's maybe we had our first time a meta game going into this tournament, and I thought Sly will be on a decline, and Sly as well, and Goblins as well, and UV I thought would be big for sure, and maybe some land tax variants. So I wanted to build UV deck that's good.
Arvid says hello, by the way.
Hello,
He's been in the chat complaining that we say wrong things about your decks.
Yeah,
He's the designer of the deck. So.
Yeah. We heard that.
So I tried to metagame the deck. So I cut the absorbs and some.
Oh yeah,
different
there
things.
were no
Yeah, I didn't
absorbers.
see an episode.
So I played Forbid instead, and I played double Seal Cleansing main deck, I
There we have
think,
it.
and I played 3 Dust Bowls in the main deck.
Yeah.
So they're pretty much there for the control mirror.
Yeah, we talked about. We had Martin in here as well to talk about the main deck stifles and dust balls for the mirror match
And the combo decks.
We have been talking a lot about control decks, and we try to say that Stifle and Dust Bowl are key cards right now, since they are so strong in many matchups. So Dust Bowl can just kick you off if.
It was quite
opponents-
evil against you this game.
Not so much, but from my side, but
It closed
No,
the game.
okay. It closed out the game. Without it, you may have been able to draw something.
Yeah.
But when he also attacked,
You
that
already
way-
given up, or?
We have a history together. Yuki always have really he's
Bad
unlucky
games.
versus me.
Okay.
So he will
So
check
still check on that.
yeah,
So
nothing new.
what's the card under Stifle in the main? Stifle is the
Forbidden,
for cost. Yeah, over the Stifle, maybe you mean, and that's forbid, and that's a cool tech as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it because you have so many dead cards versus a lot of decks game one, and can take our games. I think the three life is, of course, it can be good, but
Yeah.
you know, I'm an old school player. We like to plow around Mishras for life, so I have
You do
that
that
still.
instead.
Yeah, so
Value.
Yeah.
I think so, but the problem for me was I built my sideboard a lot of times, and I registered. I thought I'd register a new one when I arrived, but so I had to borrow some cards. Because,
Oh, so it's an old sideboard.
Yeah.
Okay, but
So what were
new
the
main deck.
changes?
yeah, but I had the 4th Dust Bowl on board.
Oh.
And I think I had, of course, I wanted to go up to 28 lands in the mirror, and first I had 2 in the sideboard and 2 main, but then I figured maybe I won't have time to do 3 duels in the mirror. So better to put some in the main deck.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I had one more Hour of Silence and versus Zero Cleansing in the sideboard. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Aura Silence is good against very many decks.
Yeah, I like it. I think they're very strong now.
And then we have this monstrosity of a deck.
Oh yeah.
Finally, it's come out from the shadows. We've been brewing this deck for over a year. We have not played it a single game, so it was
Okay.
a real pressure to play it today. But
Yeah.
So this was your second game with it.
yeah, we have played
Oh.
mostly goldfish with it, so
Because it was a secret, we didn't want to tell anyone that
Yeah,
we had a real
yeah.
Tinker deck.
we have been
Yeah.
thinking
Real.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a real thing. I think this is
There's a
insane
couple
deck.
of more Tinker decks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but not.
But this is a combo thing.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
The other ones are
This is
Mishra's Helix. Yeah, wow, that's the best thing I can do.
Yeah, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, but that's a stacks that.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Tinker is a value card, not a broken combo card.
exactly. It doesn't. It's not Tinker win. It's Tinker as a toolbox.
I think the most interesting thing when we discovered the deck was that it was really a big problem with the total mana cost in the
Yeah.
deck. So we had like a LED version when we played Lights of Diamond and Burning Wish, with some incorporated stuff from the bargain deck, from Corsell list. But here we we like tried misdirections, just bumped the mana cost with 20, maybe Drak with figured about.
But now the facts made it a bit easier for the mana cost. So
And that gives you something to do
But
with
it
the
doesn't
mana.
seem to
Yeah.
be enough to mill someone out.
yeah,
It
it's
is.
totally enough every time, 100%.
We have some great
Mathematician.
The team is
mathematicians. Martin Lindström, maybe you heard about him. He's real good at math. He have done the maths
Okay.
on
so
the
we
deck.
like if you say then you can't win, but like that's if you have maybe 20 cards down or something.
Okay, so if you're going far,
Yeah, but then you can always win on just fling. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So fling is the more secure wing.
later in the game,
Yeah.
but earlier Alter is
Yeah, and it lets you use the tinker more, I guess.
you
With
can
the
go both
fling
ways.
Duar combo.
And
So
it's
you
really
have-
important off the board if people are blessing. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, game one, match one, I played versus the off deck with Cross and Reclamation, so it was pretty scary. But
Okay. But you managed to.
yeah, I had to mill him 2 times.
Yeah,
That
I've
was-
seen people losing against rebels. There's some rebel cards that brings back.
Yeah, the Lin Stevie.
Yeah. And
with the scary stuff.
and we have the 4-color control deck.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Chaos
Also
Blessing
with
main
Blessing,
also.
yeah.
So
So you more have to lean on the fling plan then, I guess.
But the plan was that we were gonna wait until bargain were banned.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we didn't really. We just thought about the deck a lot.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we didn't have the time to play this in. And now Mikael Lindén is right here as well, and he really didn't want to play anything else.
Yeah, so he's sitting next to
The
us
last
playing a
match
game.
going.
Anger at
And
us.
we shouldn't
Yeah.
discuss what he's doing
No.
because he's playing on top table game here.
So and when you gonna play it when it's Swedish Nationals, it's
Yeah.
the first time.
Yeah,
Of course, it's fun.
yeah. And you're not dead.
No, 1-1. So
you're still, and as long as you do well now, maybe not you get to lose at maybe one more match or something.
Yeah.
So just keep
Yeah.
on going with that.
And we're going to restart the stream because we have some technical difficulties as usual.
Yeah,
Maybe not exactly now, but we're going to do it before next round.
yeah.
And next round is in 45 minutes.
Okay.
So have you ordered food or
No.
do you need to go and get food?
Yeah,
I think we
So maybe we should
Let
let you go.
Yeah,
I think we wait for.
Because you have...
Okay,
that guy.
but maybe you should go and get food for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we-
I'll bet-
So you can bring it here and eat.
Yes.
All right.
Bye bye.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
No problem.
So I think we will also take a break.
Yep, yep.
And,
So round three
round three will
will
begin at,
start
2
2.
2 p.m.
Yeah.
CET, and that is around in 42 minutes or so. I will leave the stream going with a countdown so everyone knows. But before that round, we will cut the stream and restart it
All right.
to see so everything works as it should. Because we're having more
More and
network
more.
problems, more and more,
Yeah.
and that's
That's
Yeah.
not good.
not amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, thanks for watching the first 2 rounds of the Swedish Nationals in Premodern. We will be back in about 40 minutes. See you guys.
Har du ätit din buljong? Nej. Det är svårt att... Hur går det?